Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a haul. It is mostly just Dua fragrances, but I have two fragrances that I have done a review on or like mentioned before, so we'll just breeze through those really quickly. But I have been uploading pretty regularly, but they've been pre-recorded videos. It feels like I haven't filmed in a long time because I haven't. I was moving, I told you guys I was at my aunt's temporarily and it was just really hectic, but I'm all settled in and things are going great. So I don't know if you guys missed my update in one of my videos, but I just want to say again that I am attending law school this fall, so the hauls are not going to be as frequent. I do want to continue making videos. I'm not sure how frequently I'll be uploading fragrance videos, but I will be vlogging my law school experience. I believe, like, that's my intention. So I'll link down below my main channel if any of you guys are law students or if you're interested in that. But like I said, I will still be uploading on this channel. It's just not gonna be as many hauls, first impressions. Like, I'll try, but it's probably gonna be videos with the fragrances that are already in my collection or like with me sampling, maybe a bottle during Christmas or like my birthday, but just want to set some expectations again if you missed that little announcement. And without further ado, let's get into it. So I said this exact same thing in my Instagram post, but no thanks to Kilian customer service, I snagged a bottle of I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess, and I am going to treasure this. So I still don't know if it's been discontinued, you guys. Like, it comes in and out of stock on Sephora, so I understand that Sephora may have stock. That doesn't mean that it's not discontinued, but I feel like since Sephora keeps restocking it, obviously they're not going to put the entire inventory on Sephora.com, but they've done it so many times that I'm like, are they continuously getting shipments, or is this like the same inventory they've had for months? I'm not sure. I can't find this in any stores near me. I have to get it online. So I recommend really putting your email there and they'll email you when it's back in stock, or just really be in the know, because the only reason I snagged this is because of someone on Instagram. I wish I remembered their name because I saw the story and then I ran to Sephora and then it was just a whole blur, but they posted, go run, get this, and so I did, and that's basically how I knew, because I didn't even get the email notification, I don't think. So I do have a 3.4. This is definitely one of my favorite scents. It has to be in my top 5. Something about it is just cozy. It's a little bit warm, but it's not too warm. Like, I definitely can wear this in the summer, in the spring. I wore it the other day. It is somewhat of a skin scent, but it isn't bad. Like, to me, this projects a lot like some of my other fragrances. It's just more of a softer scent in general. It's just this green tea scent. I feel like the ginger really makes it unique and not just too linear. Like, this is dimensional to me. This is one of my favorite gourmands. If you're not into super sickly sweet scents, you would still like this, I feel like, because it's not overwhelming. It's just like a matcha latte. Like, they're not too sweet, but they have a little bit of sweetness that I love. So Kayali's Utopia, I did a whole video review on this and I basically stand behind everything that I said. I mean, it looks like I've made such a huge dent. Something about kayali, I don't know if it's because I always overspray kayali. They don't have the most beastly projection in my opinion. It's not bad, but it's not beastly. Like Kilian, not Princess, but like Angel Share, for example, or I don't know, like Poison Girl from Dior that I have. Those are really powerful. Like, when I put them on, it's pow. I don't want to spray too much. But with kayali, I always feel the need to do like 10 to 15 sprays. That being said, I did not mention in that video, but I do feel like the longevity on this is not the best. I feel like that's a consistent issue with Kayali, even though this is an eau de parfum intense, just like Sweet Diamond. I used to think that Sweet Diamond was long lasting, but it's not. Like, one time, I don't know, maybe it's just certain days, because one time I wore Sweet Diamond and I felt like it lasted hours and hours and hours, and then I tried it another day and it just like didn't last even 2 hours. So like, maybe I just went nose blind to it, like, you know how that goes. But I just think so many people complain about the longevity that it's not just us going nose blind. It's not the best. So I know that they put a lot of fragrance oil, especially in the intenses, but I don't know. Something's up with that. And I don't like the excuse of nose blind always. Like, I know it's true sometimes, but I have so many fragrances that I've worn time and time again that I can smell for hours. Like, it lingers. And I feel like even if it doesn't last on your skin, it doesn't really last on clothes either. Like maybe a little bit, you know, if you go and sniff it. I use vanilla 28 to go to bed, so I oftentimes smell my pajamas the next day, and I do like somewhat smell it, but it's not intense like some of my other fragrances where I can smell it on my clothes for days until I wash it, you know what I mean? So that's just a little critique I have, but I like it. If you want a full in-depth review on the scent, check down below. Okay, let's get into these do-off fragrances. So, okay, first I have Love Bound, which is supposed to be a dupe of Kilian's Rolling in Love. And so I did try Rolling in Love in person, and I sprayed it all over myself, so I was able to see how it lasted on my skin. These do have different ingredient lists. Rolling in Love has more ingredients. I think it has like iris and freesia and tonka bean, and I think a few more, like an ambergris or something like that. This one is much shorter of a list. It's just like almonds, the ambrette. It may have iris and freesia, I don't know off the top of my head, but like it's missing some, and I feel like from my reference, like from my memory, I don't think that they're close enough. Like at first when I smelled it, I was like, oh yeah, that's Rolling in Love, because obviously I can smell the similarities, but I think this one is more powdery on me. I know that Rolling in Love is powdery as well, but it's like an almond powdery, and this one is leaning more like baby powdery. I can still smell the almond, but it doesn't quite nail it. Again, this is from my memory, so maybe I need to get a sample of Rolling in Love and really put them to the test, because I don't feel confident saying that they're not dupes. Like they're very similar. But all I'm going to say right now is like this is definitely my least favorite out of the 4 that I got. And so if you were interested in Love Bound, I would say don't purchase it. Okay, next I have Cherry Casino, and I wanted to get Popped Cherry. That one is the dupe of Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, which I have Lost Cherry. I have the tiniest, like 30 ml. And that's why I wanted to get the dupe, just so I can mix the two and see how well they compared. But I don't know, I just felt like spicing it up and trying Cherry Casino, which is Lost Cherry combined with MFK's Baccarat Rouge Extrait de Parfum. I really like Baccarat Rouge, and I really like Baccarat Rouge Extrait, but I'm leaning a little bit towards Extrait. To me, they're very, very different. Like, I don't know if that would be considered a flanker, since one's right an EDP and then the other one's an Extrait. So it's kind of like supposed to be the same perfume, right? But just a different concentration. Someone should, if you want to explain that to me, let me know. But they're so different. Like I know the Extrait is supposed to be more intense, whatever, but it has almond notes and it's much sweeter in my opinion. And then Baccarat Rouge just doesn't have almond. You know, to me, they're just so different lanes. Even though I see the similarities, it's just they're very different. Anyway, I've always preferred the Extrait a little bit more, and so I imagined, you know, Lost Cherry and the Extrait would probably be delicious, and this is. I will say that this is like, in my opinion, 80% Lost Cherry and then 20% the Extrait, but it's also hard to say because it is so well blended. But this is insane. Like, okay, I'm only speaking for Cherry Casino, but this is very, very, very similar to Lost Cherry. Like, I would even argue 98, 99%, it's almost indistinguishable, and that's even with this being mixed with the Extrait. So that being said, it has the booziness, it has the sour cherry, it's juicy, it's lovely. It's like the same thing, but with that Extrait almond sweet goodness. Like if you know the Baccarat Rouge DNA, then you know what to expect, but it's not equal. You know, it's not 50-50 like I explained. Next is Casino Royale Cotton Candy Nights, and this is another BR540 Extrait combination. So it's combined with their original blend, Cotton Candy Didua, and I got a sample of Cotton Candy Didua and I really, really liked it. And I was gonna get the full bottle of Cotton Candy Didua, but then I saw this one and I was like, why not? I feel like that would be amazing. Like the almond, again, super sweet components mixed with the cotton candy musk scent. I feel like it would be amazing, and it is. I will say they're very similar, like cotton candy and this one. So again, I feel like when they add the BR540 Extrait, at least in my experience with these two, they don't put a lot. Like it's not like you can, I mean, a lot of people say that BR540 in general, whether it's the original or the Extrait, is not a very powerful fragrance. Like some people say they can't smell it at all. And I never agreed with that, but I feel like in these mixtures, it is hard to pick apart that BR540. Like you can smell it a little bit, but then you're so focused on the blend. So that's what I will say, is that this is again kind of like an 80% cotton candy Dudua, and then that 20% of that almond, I keep saying almond, that nutty note. And it's just really, really nice. I'm happy with this purchase. Like whenever I put it on, I just feel so girly and it's so sweet, but it's actually not too sweet. Like this doesn't give me a headache. I mean, it might for you, but just for me, it's not too bad. The original cotton candy, people say it smells like Prada candy, and I do see where you're going with that, but they have completely different notes. But they do smell sort of similar. I just think that Prada candy has more of that heavy benzoin, that caramel, that to me is a little bit artificial in Prada candy. It's not my favorite. It gives like a root beer vibe. And this one doesn't. It's definitely more on that spun sugar, musky. It's very sweet, but I don't think it's too childish at all. I mean, you know, I don't know if my mom would fancy wearing this, but like that, I mean, she just has a specific taste, but you know, like I think anybody would enjoy this. I don't think it's too sickly sweet. I 100% prefer cotton candy Dudua or this version to pink sugar as well. That's another super popular one, and I just have never liked pink sugar. I feel like it's too, I just have an issue with it, and this is just so much better to me. So the comparisons are fair, but I don't feel like they're very accurate. And then lastly, I was not gonna buy this, but I think it was Tam Hart's, one of my followers, and I follow her on Instagram. I don't know for sure if it was her, but I might have posted about Miss Congeniality and how it's supposed to be a dupe of Delina Exclusive, or she might have posted about it. I don't know. And I have Delina Exclusive. Like you guys know, it's all I talk about recently. And this is like a newer Doo-Wop fragrance, I think. Or if it's not new, there's like barely any reviews on the site about it. Like a lot of people don't talk about it on the Doo-Wop Facebook group, at least that I've seen. And I was just curious. I was like, is nobody talking about it because it's bad? Like, should I try it? Also, because I don't want to just go willy-nilly with my super expensive bottle. You know, I want to have maybe a backup, kind of like the Lost Cherry situation. And I also just wanted to see, if I could do a comparison. And you know what? I might do that comparison video because I just don't want to sit here all day and talk about like, compare them. But this one has the exact same ingredients. A lot of the dupes that Doo-Wop does have the same ingredients as the original, but sometimes they don't. Like I told you guys, the Love Bound, they don't have the same ingredients as Kilian's Rolling in Love, but this one, as far as my memory serves me, has the exact same ingredient. Not the exact same, but like it's listed the same way as Delina Exclusive. So it has like the rose, the lychee, the oud, the incense, I believe. And okay, I think that this is an amazing dupe. Like if you don't have the money for Delina Exclusive, get this one. And I think it is very, very similar, like 95% similar. They're kind of the same fragrance, essentially, like let's not lie. But I did notice after wearing this on my skin a few times that it's so much heavier. When I wear Delina Exclusive, I guess sometimes if I really overspray, it can be annoying, but for the most part, it's not, because it's not, like it has those incenses and those ouds, but it's still like a rose ice cream scent. Sweet, youthful, you know, not heavy. It's light in a way, but it's still a powerful scent. It lasts long. You can smell it on yourself. But with Miss Congeniality, it is quite heavier. And I know it's an extrait de parfum. I think that might be why. It's like when I wear this one, I can all of a sudden smell the overwhelming amount of ingredients. I don't know if that makes any sense. And that's a good thing. Like you may like that, you may prefer that. I feel like Delina Exclusive is just fine on how it projects, but this one is, you know, just intense. So that's just me being nitpicky. I don't have that issue with the other extraits from Doo-Wop, so I just think that it may be the way that they blended this or something. And just because they have the same ingredients doesn't mean that they put the same amount of each in there, but they do smell virtually identical. It's just, to me, this one is heavier and maybe not as well blended, but it's still blended so great. They did such a good job with this one, so it should definitely have more reviews and more hype because it's a great affordable option. So I'm not sure why they would do a dupe of Exclusive but not the original. Maybe they're still working on that, but you know, I'm not really into the original anyway. I was just curious about that. But that is all for this video, you guys. Let me know if you enjoyed any of these. If you have any of these. I actually forgot to mention the samples I got from Doo-Wop, because I filmed this video before. Anyways, you guys, you didn't really miss much. I bought based off of the samples, and that's basically what happened. Cotton candy was really the only one I liked enough to purchase. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in my next video. See you then. Bye.